Right, so let me just show you the GBP trade here. It broke the 50. It broke the low of the preceding bar, and let's just go to the pivots and see what's happening. So what's happened here is GBP had to break a pivot in order to break the 50, and that's a very strong sign. And we might expect it even to go down to here to the midpoint. It's quite far away, the midpoint today, but we'll have a look. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll set this in as my target, but I'm quite likely to exit after only 20 pips, because this will give us about 70 odd pips, 60 pips. So we'll just have to wait and look and see. But we need the euro to come in line, because at the moment the euro is not performing the same as the pound. And once this does, and if it does, the pound will really shoot down. Right, so I'll come back once all this is panned out. Right, so this is Euro USD. We're looking for this to break the midpoint level here and race down to the pivot. So, and on that we're also expecting it to break the 50 period moving average, and once it breaks the 50, closes and confirms momentum, we will enter the trade, and we'll be looking to exit round here, round about the pivot area. Ideally we'd only like to take about 20 pips, but I mean this is close enough. 20 pips would be about 22, 23 pips, which will be a good place to take. GBP, we're already entered into a trade, so let's go to GBP. See here it's broken the pivot and broken the 50 period moving average. So what we're waiting to see now is we're waiting to see a move down. We're to about the midpoint level, but this is big. This is about 60 pips. Our stop loss is only about 20 pips, which is about 92 up here, just above this little high here. And a race down to the midpoint would be nice. That will give us a 3% on our account, but I might be maybe only expecting about 20 pips. I'll be happy to take 20 pips on this. So right. Hey guys, so GBP went down. It went down more than our 20 pips because it had a lot of momentum, a lot of volume. We actually got 49 pips, so we made about 2.4% on this trade. So earlier I took a trade here on the big volume down movement and the break of the pivot and the break of the 50. But there's a rule in trading which I ignored here, and that's enter on the small bars and not on the big bars, and I entered on this big bar and I lost because of it. I was 2 pips. If I moved my stop 2 pips away, I wouldn't have stopped out and then moved down. But I re-entered here on the break of the pivot and confirmation of penetration on this bar. As you can see, this bar closed below the pivot and below the 50 period moving average, and then it got broken on this bar and then it moved down. And so we exited here around near the midpoint. As I came here and I saw the bounce back up, I exited the trade for 49 pips. So our stop was only 20 pips. So this is a good trade. It was a very fortunate trade in that the setup allowed us to have it this way. Normally we would only take profit on 20 pips, but because this is a pivot level that it broke as well as the 50, it was a very strong signal for us to take more than 20 pips and actually take 49. So we're still in with the euro. It's going a little bit differently with euro. It's not as it didn't move down as much as the pound at all. I'm not exactly sure of it. This morning the euro and the pound GBP don't really seem that in sync. So we just need to wait and see what happens with this trade. It might be that we get stopped out. I mean, that's fine. We would have still made a nice profit for this morning. But alright, well, I'll get back to you once this trade has panned out and I'll show you what happened. Right, hello there. So this is what happened to the euro. It went down. We entered the trade here on the break of the 50, the close below the 50, and then the break of that bar. So here, and then there was a very big signal here, but it's not within our rules of the strategy to exit on this bull candle. Sorry, this bull bar. So it went up, nevertheless, bounced off R1, and now it looks like it might be coming back, and it could break through that. If it breaks through that, it's probably going to move through to R2, but we're not going to take any of those trades. We're not trading up here because that would be counter trend. So, I mean, why did this happen? It's just one of those trades. Some you win, some you lose. Hopefully most you win. And let's have a look here what happened. So, at midnight, on the Financial Times, or just before midnight, there was an announcement in the news that the Eurozone won't let Greek fail, won't let the Greek default, and price really went up, broke through the pivot here, and when the price breaks through the pivot upwards, there is a very good chance that it's going to reach R1. But because on the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour and the daily chart, it showed us that it's in a downtrend, and therefore we shouldn't always go with what the news says, because the market would have already priced that in if it came in last night. So what might have happened here is that all the bankers woke up and realised again after it went down here close to the pivot area. But never mind, we made a nice trade on GBP USD, made about 2.45% on that one trade. So we're happy with that. So I hope you learnt something from this video, and it's weekend now, it's a Friday, so I'll see you guys next week.